Hello, 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 hello. Oh my god, it's working. Things seem to be working. Hello, hopefully you can hear me. Hopefully you can see me. All being well, all is well. I forgot how good the soundtrack to Spider-Verse was. Yeah, it's belter, real belter. Thanks for joining, mate, and thanks for joining Geordie as well. Beef Oxed, classic Beef Oxo Cube from the past. It's been a bit of a scramble. I left work. Where are we? 7:30. Left work under an hour ago. Rushed back because I was excited to do this stream. It's funny. I've been speaking to a couple of people. One is in the chat now, Mark. Also Diaz. Hey Chelsea, how you doing? Thank you for joining. Who both, and Geordie will laugh at this, both of these people have asked me for advice about the technical ramifications of streaming online. So Geordie's, laughing to himself because he, I really, as is clear, I don't know what I'm doing. But anyway, I thought at least today I'm going to have a decent setup because I'm going to get a visualizer from school, which is a little camera on a stick we use to show work, because it's just to peek behind the curtain in an entertaining education sector way. It used to be that you would write up work on a big interactive whiteboard, right? But actually that isn't what the kids are doing. And so you're modelling in a way that actually is quite divorced from the way the kids are about to write in their book. So best practice generally is to write into your own English book, into your own maths book, under a visualizer which is blown up on the board so they can see it. So I was going to get one of those. I texted Katie, said, "Can you bring your visualizer?" She said yes. And I had a meeting with the governors of the federation. And Katie quite rightly thought, when I texted her saying, "Can I use your visualizer?" she thought I meant, "Can I use it for my presentation to governors?" which is a very normal thing to think. I'd forgotten to mention that I in fact needed the visualizer to open up some magic cards on stream. So I got home and we don't have a visualizer, and I've constructed an elaborate tower of games and books, and I've put my phone poking out from the elaborate tower of games and books. I have got a photo of it taken with Katie's phone, but I'll post that later and you'll see how professional this really is. So will it hold up? Who knows? I mean, I'm gonna just jump. I'll jump to it now, and then we'll jump back temporarily because I'm not ready to open. This is what it looks like. Is that all right? Yeah. Okay, which I don't think is too bad. I mean, ironically, it's ironic. Oh, it looks like we've got a little bit of peakage just there, which because of the way the phone is leaning out from the books, it's sort of pointing down, like it's drooping, and it's sort of looking at the stack, which is why you can see stuff along here. So, in an elaborate balance, the base books and games are sort of recessed, thereby making it top heavy and liable to fall over any minute. But on the top, I've balanced a book that sort of points out towards the back, which right now is sort of working. I can't tell you enough how poorly constructed this is. But ironically, because my phone is the camera, this is actually the highest quality image ever seen on this channel. So yeah, it's working. It's working. And then I'd realised, I'll jump back to the lower quality webcam. Then I'd realised, I've changed the name of the channel. So all of the stuff, all of the like chat boxes and things are inactive, or they're not responding. I needed to re-sign up for pretty much all of them. So that's why there was a little bit of a delay as well. And actually, I don't like the way that is being. That's a bit better, is it? It's a bit better, a little bit better. So that's my story. Hey, here's Ash. Even mentioned in the title, of course, because, you know, Ash is the heroine of the day. That's not too gendered a term. Because, bless her heart, and I've thanked her profusely for this, and I've insisted that I sent her some money, and she has insisted otherwise. I'm working on it, but she sent through this, which is a bundle of Spider-Man Magic the Gathering cards. She knows full well that I'm a big fan of Spider-Man, and she knows full well that I'm a big fan now of Magic the Gathering, thanks to Mark in chat. So it's a match made in heaven. And she had bought them for somebody, I believe a relationship, not to lower the tone, that is no longer on the cards. So she said they're just sitting there. But I still believe and feel that it's right that if we pull any value out of this, that the value should go back to Ash. But we'll see. It may be that we pull a lot of average stuff, and you know, I'm happy to keep it because that's the kind of guy I am. Mark, I was speaking to Mark at work today. He's already got his eye on a few things that we might pull from here. So who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know how granular to be with it. I don't know all the cards in the set. I probably know most of them, not all of them. But we're just going to have a nice time. Just going to be opening them, thinking about Spider-Man and how much I love Spider-Man, and seeing what we get. There are a few things I want, and we'll see if we pull them. I'm going to put on, because we're going to just be chatting. I'm going to see if I can find some chill vibes. Music in the background, because, yeah, you know what I'm talking about. How are we doing? Jazzy? That sounds good. I'll bring it down a bit. Is that the right tone? It's not really Spider-Man-y. It's just meant to be sort of like chill. Nice. Anyway, so so settle in, guys, because it's going to be a chill one. And of course, if we have time, there'll be some terrible Resident Evil gameplay. The piece de resistance, the dessert, after this chunky main. Okay. Okay. Well, without further ado, please everybody tell me what you've been up to and how things are going and what you've been playing and all that jazz, while we return to New York City. So even outside of the pack, Ash has given me very kindly some separate play boosters as well. So let's get going. Let's just get going. I don't even know how to open these things. I was planning on doing like a test run, but ran out of time, obviously. Oh, it's gone quite well. It's gone quite well. I always because I used to watch people unbox Pokemon cards, because that's how cool I am. They always had like a special technique where they would open it, they'd take the first few out because they knew that they were commons. Then they'd flip them upside down, and then they'd put one to the back, and then you got to the meat of it. I have no idea what that means. Okay. Okay. So here we go. We've got what a card to start off with. We've got them some tokens, which are sort of they're game pieces rather than sort of cards in and of themselves. They're quite difficult to describe, but this is a token here. I suppose we've got a bit of a shadow. It's a shame. We've got some food. We've got a New York hot dog. Classic. Okay. And let's see if we can see an ominous asylum. So these are the land cards. Oh, this is cool. We've got a foil. Oscorp Industries. That's nice. This land enters tapped. When this land enters from a graveyard, you lose 2 life. Wow. Pulling land from the graveyard. Interesting. Nice. Villainous Wrath. Target opponent loses life equal to the number of creatures they control. They destroy all creatures. That's a good bit of business. This set in general is quite small, so we will probably come across a fair few duplicates, which is fine. Okay, and if Mark will be able to shout if there's anything rare we've packed. Rhino, nice, expensive. Look at his mana cost. His mana cost is 3 colourless and 4 colours. Slow. But still, I like the art. I like Rhino. Vigilance, Trample, Haste, all useful things. Beastly, what you'd expect from Rhino. Silver Sable. Lovely stuff. Mark's got Card Trader loaded. Checking the value as it comes through. School Days. Interesting spelling of School Days. Choose one. Do homework. Draw 3 cards. Fight crime. Counterspell. It's interesting. This set has come up with... there's been like some resistance from the hardcore Magic fraternity. And the resistance from the hardcore Magic fraternity is that this sort of thing is not consistent with the magical land that they've developed doing homework. Which, I can, sort of see. But I love Spider-Man, so I don't care. The thing is, my allegiance is to properties before Magic. That's why I love Final Fantasy Magic. But I do love Magic as well. Mysterio's Phantasm. Cool. Flying, Vigilance. Hot Dog Cart. Again, this sort of thing. Hot Dog Cart, when you've got lots of wizards flying around and magical lands, and then there's a hot dog cart. That's cool. Electro, Shock. I mean, this Shock deals 2 damage to any target. There are lots of cards like that. Like Lightning Bolt is pretty similar, isn't it? Passenger Ferry. Cool. Guy in the Chair. Now, I remember hearing about this. Add 1 mana of any colour. Put a 1/1 counter on a target spider. Activate only as a sorcery. So this, I don't know if you remember when we unboxed the Final Fantasy stuff. The Tidus deck was all about 1/1 counters. And because this is like relatively low cost guy that can give you mana and can put 1/1 counters on stuff, I would say that's a pretty good card. Like it. That is one that I would put in my Tidus deck. Riku, Yuna, Lulu, Guy in Chair. Eerie Gravestone. Nice. Does it limit you to spiders? I didn't read the small print. I never read the small print. That's a shame. Therefore, it can't go in the Tidus deck. Amazing Acrobatics. Choose 1 counter target spell. Tap 1 or 2 target creatures. That's good. That's good stuff. That would go in the Stola deck, right? That's a 3-cost non-creature spell that would be useful in Stola, which is one of the decks I play rarely because it's hard for me to get my mind around. And lastly, in this pack, we've just come to the end of the first pack. So, buckle in, guys. Might be a long one. Web Up. An enchantment. When this enchantment enters, exile target non-land permanent an opponent controls until... So that's pretty similar to, well, lots of different things. Reminds me of a saga creature I've been playing recently. It would be fantastic ad for her. Thanks, mate. Look how much I know about Magic these days. Building decks in my mind. As Harry says every time I see him. Are you a wizard, Ben? He says. Are you a wizard casting all your spells? And he says it in a slightly derogatory way, which, is fair enough. Again, I wonder if every pack's going to come with this. A lovely hot dog token. Oh! So I've seen something interesting. Not this, a land. But this. A foil Green Goblin. Now, I've seen Green Goblin appear Is this the not and foil? Lovely stuff. Is this the Green Goblin people have been playing, Mark? Is this the one? A lot of people have been building around this guy, I think, but there are a number of Green Goblins. Lovely. Very cool. I like the art. That's good stuff. Oh, yeah, you're right. Shiny indeed. The tokens are double-sided. What's the other side? Hot dog and, a robot. Cool. Nice. Oh, hang on. Maybe this will. Don't know if I'm just moving some lights around. That's good stuff. Chelsea says, I'm going to throw out, I'm something of a Magic player myself. That's good stuff. You should all get into Magic and we can all play. But bear in mind, you will become financially destitute. News helicopter. Cool. Professional wrestler. When this creature enters, create a treasure token. This creature can't be blocked by more than one creature. Interesting. It's not too bad. Okay. Next. Interesting. We've got a version of Venom. Evil Unleashed. Death Touch. Could be a commander. I've not seen this one see much play. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put 2/1/1 counters on a target creature. It gains Death Touch at the end of the turn. It's cool. I really like the art of Venom there. Not usually a big Venom guy, but I do like that art. Too bad it isn't hot dog flavoured water. It would go well with my chocolate starfish card. I don't know what that means. Electro's Bolt. Good stuff. Pretty similar to Lightning Bolt. Oh, this is a card that's received quite a lot of vitriol. City Pigeon. It's a pigeon. I've seen, was it Mark, you were talking about people who have built just a whole deck around these sort of mundane New York cards. It's like a New York deck, which sounds really funny. And obviously City Pigeon is a mainstay of that sort of deck. We've got Whoosh Kicker. You may pay an additional amount as you cast the spell. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hands. Meh. Spider bots. Love these guys. It's cool. Got another version of Green Goblin. Green Goblin Revenant. Cool. I didn't actually read the City Pigeon. What does it do? Why is it fantastic? Let's have a look. It's all gone, fallen apart. It says, when this creature leaves the battlefield, create a food token. All right. So can you blink it in to create loads of food? Is that what people are doing? No friction. Another controversial card incoming. Spider-Mobile. I think this is cool, though. Trample, when it attacks or blocks, gets 1/1 until the end of turn. That's cool. Needs to be crude, though. I've never really played a deck with vehicles. Interesting. A link to old Madam Web coming up. The film. Ezekiel Sims, Spider Totem. Now, this is a character I only know about through Madam Web, the film. I understand he's an important character in lots of the Spider-Man comics. But as much as I love Spider-Man, I've really only read the very early stuff. And actually, weirdly, some of the very, very new stuff. But there is a huge gap in my knowledge, and Ezekiel Sim falls in that gap. Sandman, Shifting Scoundrel. That's cool. Sandman's power and toughness are equal to the number of lands you control. So if I ever made that deck mark around Tifa, this would work well in there, yes? and Peter Parker's camera. Nice. So that's 2 packs. I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying this a lot. I'm still overwhelmed with the generosity. I want to reveal them on screen. So we've got another token. Same guy. Okay, let's do it this way. So I'm going to reveal them into the camera. University campus, land, cool. Wow. Venom's Hunger, sorcery, it's a shiny one, foil. 2 less to cast if you control a villain. Destroy target creature. That's cool. If you make a villain's deck, that would work well in there. And here we go. Another important card, I believe. This is one that I've seen. It's not foil, but I don't mind. I generally don't. I like foil cards, but they bend over. They sort of curl up. I've seen lots of decks made with this guy. Tiz, Miles Morales, and Ultimate Spider-Man. Very cool. Has first strike, has haste, so as soon as you cast it, it can start swinging at stuff. Put a 1/1 counter on it. It gains hexproof and becomes colourless until the end of turn. Whenever you attack, double the number of each kind of counter on each spider and legendary creature you control. Yeah, that is broken. So yeah, I can see why that is so popular. I've lost to a number of decks with that guy. Maybe I can build my own. I believe Mark's made one of those as well. We've got Mysterio, Master of Illusion. Ooh, interesting. We've got Secret Identity. So you can become a citizen. And this, I believe, is a reference to a piece of original Magic art. It's sort of like Spider-Man overlaid on top, I seem to remember somebody saying. Cool. Oh, this is a good card. And actually, to be fair, this is a card that can go straight into my Tidus deck. The artifact enters with 2 1/1 counters on it. Just comes straight in, and look how low its cost is. Comes straight in with 2 1/1 counters. And then you can tap it to move a 1/1 counter onto another target. It's pretty much exactly what Tidus does, just more of it. So that will work brilliantly in my Tidus deck. Wisecrack. I love this. I love this piece of art. That's a really characterful pose there. Target creature deals damage equal to its power to itself. Lovely bit of business. Pumpkin Bombardment. Oh, Spider-Man No More. I mean, this is obviously... Chelsea was asking about references to the films. Obviously, this in Spider-Man 2 is a direct reference to the comics, but you can see Spider-Man 2 in that. Enchanted creature is a citizen with base power and toughness 1/1. It has Defender and loses all other abilities. I don't know what Defender is. Spectacular Tactics. Put 1/1 counter on a target creature you control. It gains hexproof until the end of turn. Again, that would work well in Tidus. Lots of stuff adding to that Tidus deck, which is one of my favourite decks. This guy, Legend. It's the Masked Meower. It's a little cat dressed as Spider-Man, which I think we can all appreciate. Discard a card, sacrifice this creature, draw a card. Nice. I think this would work well in a number of decks as sort of something to get out early. Get a bit of draw. Scorpion Sting. Target creature gets -3/3 to the end of turn. Simple but cool. Thwip. Nice. Target creature gets +2/+2 but not counters and gains flying until the end of turn. If it's a spider, you gain 2 life. Now that... for 1 cost, to get it out and give something flying, this would work really well in both my lightning deck, which is about attacking quickly, and the squall deck, which is about attacking and getting stuff out of the graveyard. I think this is a really nice little card. I like it. Liking this a lot. And finally, we've got Stegron, the Dinosaur Man, which is not a villain I'm familiar with, really. Has menace, means lots of things have to block it. Cool, cool, cool. Nice, nice, nice. That's pack 2 done. How are we all enjoying? Enjoying this sojourn into a magical universe? I am. And I'm going to thank Ash again. What a legend. So that is 3 packs down. I believe those are the 3 external ones. So we're now going to crack the box. It's nice seeing you happy. Bless you. What a legend. To be fair, I've had a shit day. I have had an objectively shit day. And again, I came to this. I came to this conclusion last time I streamed, was that the day had been bad, but there hadn't been anything particularly that had gone wrong. I just was in a foul, foul mood. I hate this time of year, and I don't know why. I think it just feels needlessly stressful, and the weather is bleak, and I've not been in a good headspace. But I must say, this has put a real spring in my step. And I was really looking forward to it all day. So thank you, thank you, thank you. Wow, okay, all right, not what I expect. Ooh, wow. So I can't really move the camera around. You can see in the little camera. This actually comes in like a nice like slipcase box. And I actually need, joking apart, I need one of these because I've now got sort of too many cards for a binder, probably. So this is lovely with my favourite comic book character on it to keep all of my spare cards in. Beauty. What a beauty. We've also got... a little piece of promotional art. Venom. Cool. So, what have we got in here? Let's see if we can slide this under. Open it up. Wow. So, wow, well, that is not what I was expecting. Don't know if you can see. This is cool. I was genuinely saying as well, I've been looking for one of these. This is a spin down dice in Spider-Man's colours, which is awesome. Because when I bought the dice for Magic, often, as I said, you're counting counters and you don't put individual counters on. You just tick up or down using a dice. A die, I should say. I just got some standard D20s which are randomly assigned. So when I'm sitting there trying to find a number, they're all randomly all over the place, and I embarrassingly sit there for a long time trying to find the number. Whereas this is a spin down die, so as you can see, they're logically ordered. And I've genuinely been saying I need to get one of these, and magically it appears. I had no idea these were in the pack. So this is really cool. Lovely stuff. Whoa. And then we have, which the sort of thing that came in the Final Fantasy cases, there's like a little bit of a cardboard art piece you can pull, and then there are some cardboard 1/1 counters. But we don't tend to use these guys. Still, cool. And then we've got... Interesting. So we've got a little cellophane pack of cards there. And then we've got, whoa, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We've got 9 more play boosters. I don't know what this is. I've absolutely no idea. I don't know if Mark has any idea why these are separate. But let's have a look. God damn. Buckle in. I did say to buckle in, so if you haven't buckled in, I'm ready. It's a nice thing you have. Bless you. Yeah, same. So I like making others happy when I know I can't be. Oh, I'm sorry to hear it, Ash, but you have made me very happy. I think, yeah, a lot of us must be feeling similarly. Seasonal depression. Indeed. God, I came pre-buckled. So, the little cellophane pack, I've just opened it. It's upside down. Let's just reveal them. See what happens. Oh, it might be land, to be fair. Forest. Yeah, okay, this is bulk land. Yeah, okay, cool. So these are all... I don't know if we'll get any... So that is actually helpful. I do need some lands. That's nice. The island with little Spider-Man there. Cool. There are some full art lands, I believe. Let's just see, because I think these are all... Oh, no, we have got some in here. Let's see how many we get. Cool. This is all really helpful. So these are the full art ones. So with webbing making the image, I think that's quite effective. Cool. This is making me very happy. So cool. Nice. Here we go. That's a shiny one. Another shiny. And another one. And another one. I don't know if we need this sort of land to be shiny, really, but a bit fancy. Swamps. Cool. So what's good is I can immediately put these back in the box, because this is exactly the sort of thing I need to store. Just a base of lands. That's nice. Shiny forest. Central Park, I wonder. But again, look, mountain. So as you can imagine, in Final Fantasy, mountain, forest, swamp, easy to find. In New York City, what's mountainous about that? I can't really see what it is. Swamps. But still, I think given the constraints, they've done this very tastefully. And finally, a creature, radioactive spider. Single green cost, has reach and death touch, meaning things with flying. Some innuendo going on in chat. Sacrifice this, search your library for a spider hero card, reveal it, put it into your hand and shuffle. So that's a good way of getting cards out of your deck that you need. I like that. Cool art. Is that? That looks directly inspired by Spider-Verse, isn't it? It might even be a shot, is it, from the film? Okay, so I'm going to put all of these lands into the box. I'm so happy to have a box. It sounds like Charlie from Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. I'm so happy to have a twig, Uncle Joe, Grandpa Joe. So lucky to have a box. But I am actually grateful to have that box. Okay, let's open a play booster. I still think it's a shame that the way I'm revealing them. Or maybe let's try it this way. So we'll maybe start with the commons. Okay, so we've got Passenger Ferry again. Ooh, Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. That's a beautiful card. Web slinging is the is the new mechanic, which I don't fully understand. You may cast a spell for 2 and a green if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand. I think it's another form of casting it for cheaper. When Spider-Man enters, search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, and shuffle. That's good stuff. Bit of land draw. Gallant Citizen. That looks like J. Jonah's son. About to go off and become a werewolf. Does that happen? Risky Research. Nice. Bit of Otto Octavius. Subway Train. He goes off and becomes something, and I can't quite remember. Obviously in the film... Oh, no, not in the film. I think in some versions the symbiote is brought back. He goes off and becomes something. Daily Bugle reporters. Nice, here we go. Doc Ock. As long as there are 8 or more cards in your graveyard, Doc Ock has base power toughness 8/8. Nice. As long as you control another villain, Doc Ock has hexproof. That might make a good commander. Just nipping off to become a werewolf. What a vibe. I may have misremembered that. Mechanical mobster. There she is, Madam Web. Not looking much like her filmic counterpart there. Here we go. A patriotic one for all of us. Spider UK. I remember this. This card took a lot of flack. A lot of people accused the art of being AI. And also, there was like a flavour problem. At the beginning of your end step, if 2 or more creatures enter the battlefield under your control this turn, you draw a card and gain 2 life. A lot of people were like, what does that have to do with Spider-Man UK? You know, it's another Spider-Man. But like the description, there's no sort of... It's like random Spider-Man, random effect, but there's not sometimes the thought going into... What does it actually mean to be this character in game? Because usually Magic are very good at sort of telling those stories. I don't know if it is AI for sure. I think it just might be accused of it. There are 2 versions. One where he becomes a space werewolf, and the other where he crashes into the Hudson and releases the symbiote. Yeah. Nice. I was right. Great. Hobgoblin, Mantled Marauder. Cool, flying, haste. Whenever you discard a card, Hobgoblin gets 2 until the end of the turn. Interesting. Like that. Would that stack if you discarded if you discarded multiple cards? Would he keep getting stronger? We've got Agent Venom. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, you draw a card and lose 1 life. Now that is very similar, almost identically similar to a card that won me a game yesterday from the Final Fantasy set called Albed Salvagers. Does some stuff. Hey DS, thanks for joining. I missed some of this shit. I'm trying to think what cards you'd be... I mean, it's... I suppose I got Green Goblin, which I know shiny, which I know lots of people have been using, and a few other different bits and bobs. But it's been lovely so far. It's I was saying, DS, it was you I had in mind because you were asking for help, and we were talking about visualizers this morning. In the end, I didn't get to bring a visualizer to this stream, and I've just made a pile of books, and my phone is poking out from that pile. So it is possible. It's possible. There's Mars Meow again, but it is a shiny. University campus again. And here's a treasure. Nice, I like that as a treasure token. Human citizen. Cool. I did stupidly, maybe. Actually, I like them. Not stupid, Ben. Back yourself. I did buy off Etsy because treasure is a resource that's used often. I bought off Etsy some Riku from Final Fantasy X-2 bursting from a treasure chest as the treasure tokens I generally use, and they are cool. But I like this one as well. Cool. Next pack. How's your day been, DS? You know what, fair. Cheers, mate. And ironically, because it's my phone as the camera right now, the quality has never been higher. Here we have. So we've got a spider token this time. And another treasure. Cool. Let's have a look. I'm having a good time. Scout the City. Mill 3 cards. I need that in a number of decks, actually. You may put a permanent from among them into the hand. You gain 3 life. I mean, I could put this in the Una deck. I need to get stuff into my graveyard in the Una deck. So, yeah. Or destroy target creature with flying. I like that. Versatile. What are the MTG packs you've been buying, Ben? Well, mostly, to be honest with you, I've been buying singles. So I've been choosing characters I want to build decks around, and then I've been deconstructing decks I already have, or just finding singles on Card Trader or eBay and just building up decks that way. So I haven't actually been packing lots of stuff like this. But to be fair, like there isn't a lot of Final Fantasy stuff left out there anymore. Yeah. But I've bought too many off eBay, and that is not the most cost-effective way to do it. I just can't wait. Venom's Hunger again. I ended up swapping my days off with a co-worker, so I had to stay off, which is nice. Lovely stuff. This is just making me want Lorwyn even more. So Lorwyn, for those who don't know, is the... is it the next one coming out, or is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles first? But amongst... And actually, one of the things I've loved about playing Magic is it's opened up a whole world of YouTube channels, all of whom are debating sort of high stakes shifts in the Magic landscape, and I find them endlessly entertaining. And one of the things is obviously the tension between this sort of thing and Final Fantasy, universes beyond, they call it, like properties that aren't from Magic itself, but entering the Magic space. The sort of the tension between that and the fact that these cards, and Final Fantasy in particular, have brought Magic so many new players and lots of money. But the people who love Magic for its worlds and its existing lore and all that sort of stuff, there's a general sense that they're not being served because the developers no longer believe that's where the money is. They see the money as putting stuff on cards that everyone likes who doesn't play Magic and getting people in that way. Lorwyn, which DS just mentioned, is a set coming out for those invested in the existing Magic franchise. So I'm very happy for them. I personally have limited interest. Got the cat again. But I'm happy. I'm happy that the hardcore Magic fans are getting something, a set that they're happy with. And they're all going to go to a pre-release, but which I'm probably not going to go to, but I wish them all the best. Beetle, Legacy Criminal. Flying. Exile this card from your graveyard, put a 1/1 counter on it. I like the art. I'm not really familiar with Beetle. Wild Pack Squad. Mob Lookout. When creatures enter target creature you control connives. Cool. Don't forget the gambling. You like the gambling. To be honest, it isn't really gambling. Obviously, this element where because I don't open much random content like I am now, I'm always just paying for what I want. So I don't really do much of the sort of gambling side of it. But if Final Fantasy ever released some more play boosters, I absolutely would. That Venom is mental. Look at those teeth. Grow extra arms. Target creature gets 4/4 until the end of turn at instant speed. That's good shit. That is good. I like that. That could go in Yuna. That could go in Tidus. Thank you, Geordie. What percentage chance does it need to be gambling? I don't know. I don't know what the parameters are around that. I like that one. Gives Fallout vibes. Well, fun fact, Chelsea. There is. I don't know if you know. There's a whole Fallout set. So in the same way, when I was buying those pre-made decks, the Cloud one, the Tidus one, there's a whole range of Fallout pre-made decks. There's one based around Dogmeat. There's one based around Mr. House from New Vegas. There's one based around Mothman from 76. If you're a Fallout fan, there's your way in. Come join us in the homeless shelter. Daily Bugle building. Nice. I think I mentioned before, but the big part of the reason I'm so excited for Lorwyn is that fairies are a big part of the tribe. On the plane, and I love fairies. Yeah, because a lot of the Kaiser, from New Vegas, that's right. A lot of the lore in Magic is about planes, which is essentially, it's almost, I don't know enough about it, but it's almost multiversal, where there are different planes of existence. So you can imagine that slotting in a Final Fantasy plane is actually, it's relatively manageable. But I think people were fine with it when it was sort of fantasy adjacent, because there's been some Lord of the Rings stuff as well. But with this, Spider-Man, it's like, it's just Earth. Why do we want to spend time on Earth? Yeah. Chelsea, there's lots of Fallout stuff. And they're really good as well. People play the Fallout decks quite regularly, and they're fun to play against. Hey, you're right.
Yes.
You don't look well. Have a rest.
You haven't been eating your advent calendar. I'm
going
to eat my advent calendar.
That is, I haven't been eating my advent calendar. You're right. Is yours nice?
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Get on at my level.
I'll eat them in the morning. He's just staring off into the middle distance.
I feel really hot.
I think go and have a rest.
Did you tell them what a lemon I am?
No, I didn't tell them what a lemon you were. Like, unlike you, who calls me a lemon to other members of staff. That was the other controversy. So Katie was in my bad books twice today. One because I asked her to bring a visualizer and she just didn't. But to be fair, in a completely understandable way, because it wasn't clear what I needed it for. The second thing was I went to Governor's, and the head of the school that Katie works at, because our schools are sort of partnered up, just came up to me and was like, you're right, Ben. Yeah, Katie was just telling us all about how you're an awful driver, and I was like, "What?" The least.
That conversation.
And Katie insists that isn't what she said, but there you go. So double bad books. So yeah, no. Katie insists that she was more complimentary than that, but my driving, to be fair, is awful. Yeah, that's it.
I blame it on the fever.
I think that's a fair enough blame.
I feel like my brain's on fire.
What are you up to, Lossington? Is there anything I can do? Will me opening up these Spider-Man magic cards help you? Please say yes.
Yes.
Cheers. That's what I'll do. Yeah.
Are there any good ones?
We've got a couple of good ones. Well, lots of them are good, but he's deep in there now. That's what she said. We've got Green Goblin was the big one. That a lot of people build decks around him, so that's exciting. We've got a couple of versions of Spider-Man. Yeah.
What?
I think you should go and have a later. Katie's rolling a Sprite across her head for the cool feeling, and it's the dead of winter. You can turn the heating off.
Okay. I'll be fine. We got some Spider-Mans.
Yes. Do you want to continue this conversation? I appreciate the effort. Go on.
I wish they would make something that would interest me in Spider-Man. I wish the Mothmans weren't.
Fallout.
Yeah.
Well, we just had some opposite. It looks like we've convinced Chelsea because there are some Fallout ones, but yeah.
Oh, I just want Mothman.
Well, we could just buy Mothman as a card and then build you a deck around it without Fallout. Don't know if that's viable. Mark would know. Okay. Okay. You do, you absolutely do. Apart from when I need a visualizer. Ash says, I'll be your MTG sugar mummy. It's fine, Ash. It's fine. It really is. It's basically multiversal. Magic is based on planes, ? Oh my god. Whereas there's a Forks card. Oh, there might be. Oh, there is. I got a Pringles advent calendar this year. That's good shit. And bueno, nice. There's a few Super Mutant cards. Those flying things are mad with how much they are in everything. If I ever see those Fallout cards, it's going to be a disaster for me. As someone who has been in the car with you, it's not that bad. I mean, that's not great. I think there are a few Fallout decks still out there. Diaz adds some context by saying, to further explain, there's a lot of different planes at this point. My favourite examples are the ones that are literally one giant city that's run by 10 guilds. Oh, is that thingy? All of the guilds around the different colour combinations, right? Ravnica, is that right? The one where there are only animals, and if you aren't one and go there, you turn into one. That's based on Greek mythology. There's basically a plane filled with flesh, mechanical body horror monsters that want to turn all other life into mechanical flesh, body horror monsters. That sounds good. DS, are you impressed that I got that? That was some deep. Well, it wasn't deep. It was pretty surface level magic lore knowledge, but I did get it. Wowee, saying you don't want me, Ben. Well, look, I appreciate this sincerely, but my guilt level for you sending this is already through the charts, so you can't send any more magic. But it's appreciated. The Spots portal, put a target creature on the bottom of its owner's library. That's annoying. That's really annoying. I like that. You can't stop me. It's more knowledge than you had like a month or two ago. Indeed. Nice. Vulture. Scheming scavenger. And then we got a swamp. Oh, Spiders-Man. Lovely stuff. Spiders-Man Heroic Horde. That's a Spider-Man made up of lots of little spiders. We've got a shiny... Oh my god, guys. We've got a Spider-Mobile, and then we've got a card. A card. Peter Parker and Amazing Spider-Man, and this is one of the ones I really wanted. So this is one of the main Spider-Men. I love this art, this side particularly. Look how pretty it is. That is awesome. This set's so dumb. At least you put a little flower there, which is nice. Each legendary spell you cast, that's one. So if you can't tell, Diaz is like a purist. So he's the incongruence, which I've been talking about. He is the person to ask about it because, as you can tell, he's excited by the lore, the magic lore, rather than the Spider-Man lore. Oh, I'm so happy I got this. Really happy. He's not even that extreme of a purist, no, to be fair. He isn't. Cool. Another token. Different one. Illusion Villain. And another spider. Cool. So look what we got. You tell me that Glizzy isn't the purists. Merciless Enforcers. Romantic Rendezvous. Again, I suppose you could argue that's almost a Spider-Man film reference. I suppose it does happen sort of in the comics. Discard a card, then draw 2 cards. Why? But I suppose that would be quite good in Lightning. There's not a lot of card draw in Lightning's deck. Got another Spider-Man form here. Spider-Man, web slinger. And this is, as I'm sure you can tell, this is another one of the issues with Spider-Man as a set, because he's just a character, right? As much as I love him. But you've got to have lots of different forms of Spider-Man in here, which is why it was curious that they did just a Spider-Man set rather than a Marvel set. They are doing a Marvel set later down the line, but they've really had to sort of generate lots of different kinds of Spider-Man. Spider-Man No More again. Subway Train again. Lurking Lizards. Whenever you cast a spell with mana value 4 or greater, put a 1/1 counter on this creature. That's interesting. I can't think of where I would put that at the moment. Because... Oh, no, it's a spell. It is any spell. Sorry, so it's not... So you could play creatures. So that would work. That would work in a number of places. Would work in Tidus, would work in Una. Swarm, being of bees. Spider Islanders, gross. I hate it when Spider-Man as a property leans into the sort of mutant spider aspect. There was part of the 90s TV show where he sort of became a big man spider and he looked like a spider and was giant and grotesque. Very disturbing. Now here, look who we're summoning to the battlefield now to wage war with the great heroes and villains of various fantasy planes. Summoning to my side, at my vanguard, is Aunt May. When another creature you control enters, you gain 1 life. If it's a spider, put a 1/1 counter on it. That would be good if it didn't have that final spider stipulation. So in case you weren't aware, this set was originally supposed to be very small, but because they decided to make Universe Beyond set standard legal, they had to increase its size, which is part of the reason why there are so many random nobody Spider-Men. Yeah, indeed. So like another set that had been that small previously was Assassin's Creed. There are some Assassin's Creed cards, if any of you are fans of that property. They didn't go down very well either. The Spider Island comics were so good, never read them for that reason. There's Rhino again. Wish he wasn't so expensive. Spider Girl Legacy Hero. That's the unicolor combination. Can't remember what its name is. The nerds in chat will know the name of green white. Tiddies, I suppose. Both DS and Ash went to the same impulse there. During your turn, Spider Girl has flying. When Spider Girl leaves the battlefield, create a 1/1 green and white human citizen. Not really that useful in I like the card though, and not because of the tiddies. Arachne, Psionic Weaver. Oh, as she enters, look at an opponent's hand and choose a card type other than creature. Spells of the chosen type cost 1 more to cast. So essentially, you can look at the hand, look what they've got loads of, and then make them more expensive. I generally don't like mechanics where I have to look at other people's stuff or copy other people's stuff, because I can barely keep my head around the cards in my hand, let alone trying to understand what other people are doing and harnessing their stuff. Starling, Aerial Ally. Again, that's cool. That's a bit similar to Helitrooper, except it's when it enters. Another target creature you control gains flying until the end of turn. Again, really helpful for lightning, really helpful for Squall. Might put that in there. Bit expensive, but I like it. Whoa, what music have we got now? Got some actual music now. I like it. And there we've got a Savage Mansion. There was an in-universe set which was small and flopped. It was called March of the Machine, the Aftermath. I've heard a lot about that though as a set. I feel like even if it wasn't successful, I feel like people play cards every now and then from it. So you're not going to make an Edia deck with the scene cards arrive. I mean, I probably will if they arrive. I'm not even thinking about it, DS, until I've got them in my sweaty hands. There is some more Final. DS is referencing that there are some more Final Fantasy cards coming out this month, but they're like special sort of full art cards that when you put them together they make like a scene. And there's some for Final Fantasy VIII, some for Final Fantasy IX, some for Final Fantasy 1, and Final Fantasy another one, 9, 8, 1, and 15. Come on, still bought it. Well, I bought it from a dodgy site called Pops for Sale, and I'm not convinced I'm ever going to see that product. So I've got all of my fingers crossed. Diaz is going to get his before me, and he's going to taunt me with them, I know. No, I'm sure it'll be fine. Cool. Got another treasure. Cool. Web Up, we've had. Amazing Acrobatics, we've had. Eerie Gravestone, we've had. Guy in a Chair. So I think you can tell the size of the set given the repetition we're getting now. Hot Dog Cart, I don't think we've had, have we? This isn't even music anymore. Okay. March of the Machine was great, but the follow-up set was small and crap. I'll never defend Aftermath, but man, I fucking love March of the Machines. The fact that it's basically my first set helps. Nice. What I would never... My favourite Spider-Man character, Man in a Chair. Let's go. Sudden Strike. Destroy target attacking or blocking creature. For that cost, I've got basically the exact same card. Is it called like Divine Judgment or something? I've got this exact same card in I believe the Una deck, and it's like twice as expensive to cast. So that's really good. Put that in the Una deck. It's Morbin time, guys. Morbius, the living vampire. think some people built decks around him. Oh, another good character. Spider-Man Noir. Love that art. Ooh. When a creature you control attacks alone, put a 1/1 counter on it. Then surveil where X is the number of counters on it. This is good shit for Squall, because the whole thing about the Squall deck is that he attacks on his own, because then he gets double strike. Then if he was getting counters as well, this would work well in there, yes? One with that deck. Beat Diaz with that deck. Not to brag. Probably would have beaten everyone a lot quicker had I known what I was doing. Multiversal Passage. Oh my goodness, the friction, the lack of friction. We've got Ezekiel Sims again, foil. And then we've got a lovely full art land. And just rubbing in the fact that he beat me live on stream. Absolutely. Absolutely. I've got to take those wins where I can, mate. That was a really good game, though. I really enjoyed that one. I enjoyed both of them. How long were we there for? There for like from 7:30 to... No, sorry. There from like 6 until gone 9. And we only got 2 games in. 9:30, was it? Good stuff, though. It was good. Both games felt well balanced, I thought. News helicopter, cool. Professional wrestler, cool. Venom again, unleashed. There is one card that I'm really hoping to pull. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 packs left after this. And it is Anti-Venom. Electros Bolts. City Pigeon. Whoosh. Spider-Bot. Scorpion Seething Striker. At the beginning of your end step, if a creature died this turn, target creature you control connives, draw a card, then discard a card. That might... I've not really used the connive mechanic much, but that might be quite good in Squall as well. Deezer is such a dumb commander. Blame Jack for me. Was that the first one you played that was full broken? Chameleon, Master of Disguise. I'm sure that's going to have a copy mechanic. Not interested. Silver Sable again. Rhino's Rampage. Target creature you control gets 1/0 until the end of turn. Fights target creature and opponent controls. Next system. Cool. Oh, I think this is a card that's a lot of people want. The Spot Living Portal, I believe, gets some play. When the spot enters, exile up to 1 target non-land permanent and up to 1 target non-land permanent card from a graveyard. When the spot dies, put him on the bottom of his owner's library. If you do, return the exiled cards to their owner's hand. Don't fully understand. Need to think about that. We've got a shiny hot dog cart and another full art island. Sets was also fun, but I struggle building vehicle decks. Look, anyone building decks around Final Fantasy cards is good in my book. Okay. Oh, a new guy. Spider Rex, Daring Dino. Has reach, has trample. Oh, and has ward. That's not too bad. It's expensive, though. It is a bit beefy. 6/6. Common Crook. Oh, now I've got a card that I do own already because Mark very kindly gave me a copy. It is Spider Gwen, Free Spirit. We've got Unstable Experiment. Target player draws a card, then up to one target creature you control connives. A lot of conniving going on. Selfless Police Captain. Mob Lookout. Grow extra arms. Ooh, Spider Suit. That's cool. A quick creature gets 2/2 and is a spider hero in addition to its other types. So I think that's quite good if you're building decks around all of these Spider-Men. We've got a Wall Crawl. When this enchantment enters, create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach. And then you can make spiders. Now, here we've got one of my favourite, it's not Peter Parker, but we've got one of my favourite Spider-Man suits. Scarlet Spider, the Kane version. Love this suit. You may discard a card if you do put a 1/1 counter on him. That's nice. Hero typing could matter when Marvel comes out next year. Good shout. With great power, an enchantment. Enchanted creatures get 2/2 for each aura and equipment attached to it. All damage that would be dealt to you is dealt to the enchanted creature instead. That's really interesting. So I feel like that would maybe break Lightning even more. Lightning is straight broken. It's too good. So I'd probably need ways to nerf that deck rather than make it better, but that would work well in there. We've got Dr. Octopus, Master Planner. Other villains you control get 2/2. Maximum hand size is 8. Lovely bit of flavour. It's usually 7. Beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 8 cards in hand, draw cards equal to the distance. So that's not bad. And is this the one that Mark wants? Because were you going to build around this guy? We've got another Spider-Gwen, but not the Spider-Gwen. There is a better Spider-Gwen we're looking for, but it's lovely shiny. I do love this art of Spider-Gwen. That can be very good, though. It's inherently risky. If someone burst damage you, they could just kill the creature. Yeah. And a Suburban Sanctuary. We've got 3 more packs. I'm sad this is coming to an end. Oh dear, so you weren't here, even though you very kindly gave me some dice yesterday. Look, a Spider-Man themed spin down. Given that I've just been asking for some of those. Cool. Okay. We've got another spider token, another treasure token. Whoa. Oh, new one. We've got a venomized cat. Oh, when this creature enters, mill 2 cards. So that would be good. That would be good in a number of places. That would be really good in my Squall deck. Milling cards just means purposefully putting them into the graveyard. And the whole thing with the Squall deck is that when he attacks, he can bring stuff out of the graveyard for free, and you don't have to pay this cost. So if I was constantly bringing this out, it would come in, it would mill cards into the graveyard, and then I could bring stuff out, and you could sort of get a loop going. Cute as heck. It is cute. Takes Murder Mitten to a whole new level. Lovely stuff. Got the dinosaur guy again. We've got Thwip again. We've got Doc Ock, Sinister Scientist, the other version of Doc Ock. Another widely hated card coming up. Bagel and Schmear. And I do hate the word Schmear with all my soul. We've got risky research. We've got a skyward spider, which has got ward, which means you have to pay to attack. Has flying as long as it's modified. Interesting. We've got taxi driver. Target creature gains haste until the end of turn. That's good. That might be quite good in lightning. Molten Man, Inferno Incarnate. Flying Octopus. Oh, Costume Closet we've had already, but very good card. And now we've got a version of Iron Spider. Stark upgrade. Very cool. I think this is different to the one Mark pulled, a version of Iron Spider. Which is just, or is it this one? He had like a full art one, but still, that is cool. 1/1 counter on each artifact creature. Nice. I think that might be the same one. We've got Doc Ock's Henchman in foil and a forest full art. 2 more. You got the reprint one. Don't know what that means. Another food. Another robot. Let's have a look. We've got Starling, we've had before. We've got Oscorp Research Team. Draw 2 cards. Nice, a bit expensive. Vibrant Cityscape. Do you like that art, even if it's of New York? We've got Spider-Man Brooklyn Visionary. Scorpion Sting. We've got Master Meower. Spectacular Tactics. School Days. Web Shooters. Creature gets 1/1 and has reach. That's nice. And whenever this creature attacks, tap target creature and opponent controls. So would that happen? Would the attack have to land in order for the creature to become tapped? Or is it as soon as it starts attacking? Because if the target creature becomes tapped as soon as the attack starts, that would also break lightning a bit more. Oh my god. Got raging goblinoids, but who cares? Because the card I was just talking about, I believe this is the one, is this guy. I'm so happy. Out of all of the cards I wanted in this set, this is the one I wanted the most. Because I love this art so much. And I love the way it looks as a card. If I was ever going to build an artifact deck, I would maybe build around this guy. Oh, mate, I'm so happy. I'm so happy we've got one. This is the one, isn't it, Mark? This is the one that you've got as well. Love it, 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 love it. Other artifact creatures you control have haste. And whenever one or more artifact creature you control attack, Inspire deals X that damage to any target. And then you scry. So cool. Oh, really, really happy. Love it. Sandman. Spider Manifestation. And Suburban Sanctuary. Now, guys, we've reached the end of the road. There's only one more. I'm happy now. That was the card I wanted most out of everything. Anti-Venom was the other one. But I got one of the two I really, really wanted, so I'm thrilled. Let's see what the final pack delivers. Another human and a treasure. Okay. Spider-Man No More. We've had. Pumpkin Bombardment. Scout the City. Inner Demons, Gangsters. That's sort of Mr. Negative, isn't it? Very reminiscent of the games recently. Romantic Rendezvous. Daily Bugle reporters. Doc Ock's henchman. Ooh, Steel Wrecking Ball. When this artifact enters, it deals 5 damage to a target creature. And then you can discard the card to destroy a target artifact. That's quite good. 5 damage is not inconsiderable. I like that. Supportive parents. Tap 2 untap creatures you control. And add some mana. That's a funny Magic card. We've got Sandman's Quicksand. Oh my god. We've got Spider Bite Web Warden. And now we have a spectacular Spider-Man. And these cards, I believe, are quite sought after. And it's classic Spectacular Spider-Man. This is one of the other ones I wanted to get. Lovely stuff. Very happy with that. And finally, Risky Research. And the last card is Sinister Hideout. And there you have it. The entire playbox unboxed. Very, very happy with what we pulled. Norman Osborn and Green Goblin. 2 versions of the Spider-Man I wanted, plus the Civil War one, both versions. We got that Miles Morales. It's a really good commander. Mates. This is good stuff. And while I put these away, I'll jump back to full camera. Spectacular Spider-Man, the last pack feels fitting. Absolutely. What a way to round off. Those are played and sought after cards. So I mean, there you have it. Is it a bit? There's a bit overkill now. I mean, not to sound like a broken record, but I will thank Ash one more time and just say how pathetically grateful I am, and it's too kind. And if you would like me to sell any of these and give you the money back, I would in an instant. But even just for the experience of opening it on channel, it's been wonderful. And I've thoroughly, thoroughly enjoyed it. And I hope everybody watching has enjoyed it as well. Always good to mix things up a little bit. You owe me your virginity now. Too late, I'm afraid. Unlucky. But I can give you something of equivalent monetary value. £20. Nice. And then, lovely box. Oh, happy with the box. Don't want them to boom me. Yeah, cheap. Yeah. So that is that. Now, we're at a tricky spot because it is already 9 o'clock. Does this fit in there? Nice. What do we think? Take my phone off that. Well, good job my phone survived that. It's boiling hot now. Nice. So, yeah. Mike says you're going to be brewing lots of decks. I really have to slow down on the brewing. And I also, as much as I love Magic, I don't like the verb to brew. I prefer the verb to build. I will eventually, when I come into some money, build some decks around those Spider-Men. for now, I'm just trying to be happy with the decks I have already. Because that is what my internal financial advisor recommends. That said, I did buy quite a lot of cards off eBay yesterday. So it's 9 o'clock. I mean, I don't usually stay. I usually stay until, 9:30? So we've got to play... I'm not sure. That went much longer than I thought. So I'm tempted maybe to leave it there for this evening. Play the bass. I'm not going to play the bass, but you can all imagine me shredding the bass and being excellent at it. Yeah, I think I might start winding down. Get an early night. It's been a bad day, but it's ended in a really good way. So yeah, it's all good stuff. Knew they were just for show. You can probably find some videos of me in my teenage band on YouTube, maybe, playing some Sweet Muse on bass. But yeah, maybe when we reach 1,000 followers, I'll play you some bass. But we're a little way off that, which is fine. I don't think if there's anything else, any other news, anything worth mentioning. Oh, 900 off. Yeah, 900. But that's, it's a lot, but it's not infinite. I've got a goal now. Yeah, I was going to say that I beat, and I can't remember if I've spoken about it on stream, but I have now beaten Clair Obscur. Have I spoken about that already? I know I've spoken about the game. Have I spoken about the fact that I finished it? Because I have finished Clair Obscur, and I must say it is phenomenal, and everyone should go and play it. If you're even a distant fan of JRPGs, please go and play it so I can talk to someone about it. It is staggeringly good. I would say, I don't really want to say anything without spoiling. The story is engrossing all the way through. I've never played a game where I'm like, well, certainly not recently, where it's like, I'm not playing it for the mechanics, even though they're really good. I'm playing it because I'm desperate, like palpably desperate, to see the next story beat and try and unravel what's going on. It's just really compulsive and intriguing and engaging. And I do have quibbles with the story ultimately, but they are only quibbles. And the whole thing in general, I think, is just great. And I think it's on sale in lots of places. So do yourself a favour. Is it on Game Pass, Mark? Oh God, if it's on Game Pass. But Mark, are you a fan of JRPGs? Not generally, right? But still, I think you'll like it. I think everyone will like it. And if it is on Game Pass, then for God's sake, give it a go before it gets taken off Game Pass. But that's great. Good to hear. So now Mark can speak to Mark about it, which is good, which is basically the point of this conversation. Yeah, so that is that. Paid it's not even paid. I just love the game so much. I mean, if Sandfall are listening and you want to send me some Clair Obscur merch, I'm game because I love it. I loved it. I'm gonna do all the post-game content, which I rarely do in a JRPG because they're just so long anyway. And that's actually sort of another thing I liked about it. I beat it and did a good chunk of the extracurricular stuff in, and it's not short, but it was under 40 hours. It might have just been around 30 hours actually, which for a JRPG is quite short. But I thought the pacing was generally really good. Yeah, it's great. You're telling me it's better than Arc Raiders. I saw Ash G play Arc Raiders. I thought that came up on Discord the other day. Is it good, Arc Raiders? I see it's taking the world by storm. What's the special sauce? What makes it so good? I quite like the art style. But when I hear the words extraction shooter, I feel like, oh, is this where you go in, you put a lot of effort in, you get some loot, and then you've actually got to make it out, but some guy comes and shoots you in the head and then you lose it all? Because to me, that sounds uniquely stressful. Extraction shooters for the employed. So, yeah. But is it what are the why for the employed? Because it's not free. You mean? The way it took off sort of reminds me of Helldivers 2, which is a game I still haven't played. I want to. It's more PvE. Oh, great! Have you got it, Geordie? Have you been playing it? What makes the stakes? I don't like the AI usage. Oh, is there some AI usage in it? Might get it if it goes down in price. I like that. I wish all games were PvE, but it sounds like there still is a chance that someone could just come up over and nerf you and you lose all your progress. The older I get, the less willing I am to lose all my progress. It's not worth it. It's not worth the dice roll for me. I want to use the time meaningfully. I suppose if you've enjoyed it and you've lost all your progress, that's not wasted time. But I do find that sort of concept uniquely stressful. So yeah, there's that. But I'm glad. I presume you're enjoying it, Ash, and I presume everybody else who is enjoying it. Like I say, lots of people at school talk about it. I've had actually more than one colleague come up to me and say, Ben, my child wants this game. All of their friends are playing it and they keep demanding that I get it for them. What is your opinion on it? And I'm always like, apart from its age rating, and the type of game it is, I really know next to nothing about it. Yeah, great. Good job I was there. So this week is Call of Cthulhu, so I won't be here on Thursday, but I should be back next Tuesday. So happy with this dice. Spider-Man coloured spin down. Yeah. So I think I might leave it there, guys. I'm sorry if that's a bit anticlimactic. I did say I was going to stream some Resi, but I feel like I need more. We can't really jump into Resi for like 40 minutes, I don't think. We need more time to make some sweet progress. So we'll have to leave that until next time, if that's okay. Yeah. So I will leave you with that, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your evening. I am going to go and get some sleep. Still feeling a bit rough. Kyle's reared his I was going to say ugly head, but beautiful head. Beautiful shining head to say good night. Good night, mate. Thanks for joining. Thanks for the stream. Well, thank you for the cards, Ash, one more time. Thank you so much. I really enjoyed that and will really enjoy them. And it means a lot to me that you sent them to me. So thank you. And it was lovely to speak with you all. And I will see you all soon, I hope. Have lovely times. Brackets general. Might just leave this chill music on. Bye.